So I will let Kip talk a little bit about New Leaders Council and get us started.
Great. Thanks a lot, Jim. As Jim said, my name is Kip Wainscott. I'm the Managing Director with the New Leaders Council. Our organization is committed to identifying and cultivating the next generation of political leadership and progressive leadership in the progressive movement. And we're really excited to be here, and we're really excited about Network for Progress, in part because there are two things that NLC thinks is essential to the future of the progressive movement. And one of those things is entrepreneurship, and another is investment in infrastructure and young leaders. And tonight, Jim McBride, entrepreneur that he is, has presented us with a platform that encompasses both of those ideas and those concepts, and that I think is really going to contribute to the broader mission of NLC and the progressive movement at large. So let me tell you a little bit about the New Leaders Council. We were founded back in 2004. As some of you all probably remember, those were kind of dark days for the progressive movement. In the aftermath of the 2004 elections, a bunch of us were just sitting around scratching our heads wondering, what the hell was wrong? Like, we were looking at this map, and we got like a couple of blue states on either side and just a sea of red. And it just seemed like no matter what we did, no matter how compelling our candidates were or how decent our mission was, we would get hammered at every turn by these ruthless Republican machines, and we just couldn't figure out what the conservative movement had going that we didn't have. And so we started looking into it. And it turns out that we didn't have a human resources strategy. The conservative movement in 2004 had, just in disclosed finances, had invested $40 million in developing young conservative leaders, up-and-comers, coming up through the ranks. They were going through Heritage Foundation fellowships, they're going to Young America Foundation something or other camps, and they were really taking an interest in the young people coming up through the party. And not only were they giving them the tools to succeed, but they were connecting them with mentors and bringing them up through the movement in a way that just the progressive movement just hadn't caught on to. We were very much a sink or swim movement, if you could even call us a movement at that. And so NLC decided, we're gonna catch on to this. We want to start schools, a network of schools for progressives, up-and-comers, the top talent in all sorts of industries from all sorts of backgrounds. Give them the tools to succeed. Give them career mentors within the movement, and then help them connect the next generation beneath them through this network of institutes. And that's exactly what we've done. We founded our first institute in San Francisco 6 years ago. We're now operating institutes in 16 cities nationwide. We have 20 fellows in 2011 here in Washington, D.C. We had 146 applicants for those 20 spots this year. These are top-tier creme de la creme progressives, and they're the future of the party, the future of the movement. And that's why we are so excited to have a partner in expanding, this network of support, and really in making an investment in the next generation of leadership. And there's one more thing that is so important about having these connections and having these partnerships throughout the movement, is that we need to be pervasive. Okay, for far too long, progressivism has just been, it's been a political ideology, right? And it is that, but it needs to be more than that. It needs to be a community value. It needs to be pervasive, because if it's merely a political ideology, we at the New Leaders Council think it's far too easy to marginalize. In the same way that American liberalism has been marginalized and bastardized in the American political narrative, we want progressivism to be community values. We want not only progressive candidates in office, we want progressives in the corporate boardrooms. We want progressives in the media. We want people to understand what that means. We want people to take a progressive lens to foreign policy issues. It can't just be about politics. It can't just be about candidates. It has to be about the movement. It has to be about our communities and about the country's future. And so we're so excited to have Jim on board and with his latest venture in a long line of ventures with Jim McBride. And this is a very exciting partnership. And I think this is we're very enthusiastic about the potential for Network for Progress. And I just want to thank you all for coming, and thank you all for your commitment to these ideals. Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, and I wanted to just throw out, before we get to our next speaker, a few examples of where this development and trading element of Network for Progress can go. besides partnering with NLC and other groups like Democratic Gain that teach you like professional skills and how to get a job. You know, we can and hope to host career events with our the Generation Obama. We've had a lot, and Sean Loeb's right here, who founded our career networking group, which is one of the best recruitment methods we've ever had. And the best way to help the movement is to help the people in the movement have better lives, have a career where they can stand on their feet. There's a lot of people in this room I know we're looking for new jobs and might have lost their job on the Hill, and so as a movement we gotta support each other. And so whether it be personal type trainings and resources that develop you personally, or professionally, or becoming a civic leader, learning how to run a campaign or do advocacy on the Hill or whatever. Those are important things. We want to have representatives at Netroots Nation and also Digital Capital Week here in DC.